Okay, good to know. All right, so we have a little bit more on correlation, and we will finish everything by next week, inshallah. Okay, because we do have only regression and chi-square left, I think. Okay, so next week will be our last class for quantitative, and I will also give you the assignment this week. Okay, for the quantitative data analysis. Okay, for the later I will give you, because I have to check first whether the coordinator give me the Malay version of the instructions or English. Okay, so if it's in Malay, I have to translate it first, and then right away I will give the questions and the data set to you lah. Okay, because I already received the data set for the data, for the quantitative data analysis assignment. Okay, group assignment that I've mentioned before. Okay, so make sure that you and your group mates are ready to do the assignment, and I will inform you the date of submission for the assignment later lah. Usually I will give until the end of the semester. Okay, because I will give you enough time lah for you to do the data analysis, but I think it's not that hard lah. Okay, it's just like what do you call that, putting the data. I think the data is already there. They give you already the raw data, but what you need to do is just to click analyze and so on lah, according to the instructions and the questions later. Okay, so let's move to the last analysis for today. Okay, which is Pearson and Spearman correlation. Okay, so before this, we've looked at the differential analysis, which is if you want to identify the difference between groups, which is you can do by using t-test, and you can do by using ANOVA. Either it will be one-way or two-way ANOVA. Okay, but starting from this analysis, it's no longer about comparisons of groups. Okay, Pearson and Spearman correlation, specifically correlation analysis, is where you want to find relationship. Okay, relationship between variables. Example, as an example, I want to find the whether maybe online class or physical class is more efficient to get you more you know, what do you call that, like to get whether you master or not whatever you've learned. Okay, or we can see as we can say as performance lah. Okay, whether physical class or online class have relationship with the performance. So I want to see maybe another case is I want to see the relationship between study time and your quanti-quali performance and something like that. So I want to see whether this variable IV, your IV, somehow have relationship with the DV. Okay, so basically what we want to look at the correlation analysis is whether IV have relationship with DV. Okay, this is what we want to look in the correlation analysis. Okay, so concept of correlation. In correlation analysis, okay, let's go back to t-test. T-test, it produces t value. ANOVA, it produces f value. For correlation, it produces R value. Okay, R value is the strength and direction of linear relationship between pairs of continuous variables. So R, it actually shows you the strength. The strength is whether it's weak or it's strong, or it's moderately strong or moderately weak, and something like that, depending on your interpretation. So R will determine the strength of your relationship. Whether, let's say, we can say that, study time have a very weak relationship with the performance of your quanti and quali quiz. Meaning that study time doesn't really have, you know, what you call that, an effect, or doesn't really cause your performance to be maybe higher or lower, something like that lah. Okay, it is what we call as weak relationship, something like that. Okay, if it's strong relationship, meaning that it somehow cause your DV to have you know, changes and things like that. Okay, direction, it shows my negative direction or positive direction, which we will look later lah in the next slide. Okay, so it is also known as Pearson correlation. Pearson correlation is actually what you do if you want to do the parametric testing of correlation analysis. Okay, Pearson correlation. Or you can also say it as Pearson product moment correlation lah, but usually we will only call it as Pearson correlation. So statistically significant, the strength, the direction, measure of association. So this is what we are going to look at, the correlation through correlation analysis. So here we have three types of linear relationship, which is a positive correlation, negative correlation, and no correlation. So there are three types of correlations that we are going to look here. And depending on the R value, the higher the R value, the stronger the strength. Okay, higher the value, stronger strength. Okay, it could be higher value but negative correlation. It could be lower value but positive correlation. It could be anything. Okay, it could be anything. Sometimes it was like, it will be like negative, maybe 5.8 something. Okay, the value of R. So meaning that here it can also be like 5.8 something. Okay, so it could be negative or positive depending on the positive or negative correlation here. And the value here will determine the strength of the your correlation lah. Okay, so let's look at the next slide. This is the concept of correlation, which is we have a positive correlation, negative correlation, and no correlation. So let's look at this. Positive correlation, meaning that if your x-axis is increasing, your y-axis is increasing, your x-axis is also increasing here. Okay? But negative correlation is where, okay, you can see here, your y-axis is decreasing. Sorry, your y-axis is decreasing. However, your x-axis is increasing. Okay, so you can see here, both increase. For a positive correlation, both axes, the value is increasing. However, for a negative correlation, okay, x-axis will increase. Meanwhile, y-axis will decrease. So you can see arrows that goes downward here. Okay. For positive correlation, the arrows will go upwards. Okay, the arrows will go upwards lah. Okay, and then for no correlation, okay, for no correlation, the line will be like this. Okay, how to know if there is a positive, there is a negative, or there is a no correlation? You can see here from the dots here. Dots here, this one, is the tabulation of the data. Okay, is the tabulation of the data. So you can see here the trend. The dots here are moving upwards. You can see the negative correlation. The dots are moving downwards. And you can see for the no correlation, the dots are all over the place. There is no trend of moving upwards or downwards. So if there is no trend of moving upwards and downwards like this, okay, you can say that there is no correlation. Okay, if you see the trend is moving upwards, you can say that there is positive correlation. If you can see the trends is moving downwards, you can say that there is a negative correlation. Okay. So concept of correlation, usually the value is ranged to -1 to +1. So if you get -1, it is actually perfectly negative linear relationship. If you get the value of R 0, meaning that there is no relationship. If you get the R value +1, it means that you have a perfectly positive linear relationship. Okay. And the magnitude is the strength lah. Okay, the value of the R is the strength. Okay, the negative sign here is the direction, whether it is negatively correlated or positively correlated. Okay, so you can see here the strength of correlation according to Neil. Okay, Neil here, it says here that if you have less than 0.4, this one, you have weak relationship. Okay, weak relationship. And if you get 0, meaning that you have no relationship lah. Okay, so if you get 4.4 to 0.6, you have moderate relationship. And if you get 0.6 to 1, it means that you have a strong relationship. So this is how you interpret the R value that you get from your analysis later. Okay, so this is how you interpret the R value. Okay, so like I said before, for all statistical analysis, we have assumption lah, as usual. The data should be interval and ratio, should be from the dependent sample, it should be normally distributed, you have to test for the normality, and it needs to have a linear relationship. Okay, a linear relationship. Okay, so this is the example of research question. Okay, so usually for me, I usually use, is there a relationship? You can also use, is there association? You can use this too. But for me, usually I will ask my student to use, is there a relationship between number of between the IV and the DV lah. Okay, between the IV and the DV. So you need to make sure for your research question objective, you need to have IV and DV in the research questions and objective. You cannot only have DV only for your research question or IV only in your research questions. Okay, you need to have both of them in the research questions, so that when you look at your research questions and objective, you are able to identify what is the IV and what is the DV lah. Okay, so assuming correlation. So you need to remember, okay, you need to remember that even though there is a correlation, or you find that there is a correlation, it does not imply causation. It means that correlation between variables does not mean that one variable might cause a change in the other. It doesn't specifically mean. It only like it is only a probability. It's only a probability. Okay, it doesn't mean that this will cause this. It doesn't definitely mean that lah. Okay, so for example, data analysis has shown a strong positive correlation between shirt size and shoe size. Okay, but somehow it doesn't mean that let's say this certain shirt size, let's say the correlation is, there is a correlation between shirt size and shoe size. So you can't somehow think that the maybe the correlation is positive, let's say. So you're saying that okay, if shirt size increase, shoe size will also increase. No, it doesn't mean that way. Okay, it doesn't mean that way. This is just a probability. To know much better, to know in detail, you need to analyze using regression, which we will look next week. Okay, regression. Okay, so this is how to check correlation visually. Scatter plot is this lah. Scatter plot is this. This is scatter plot actually. This is scatter plot. So you have the tabulation of data there, and you have to look at the trend, whether it's moving outwards, upwards or downwards, or there is no what you call that patterns at all lah. Okay, Okay, so this is the scatter plot that I mentioned before. So you can see here, this is the case of perfect correlated data, but which you won't somehow be able to see in the real data lah. Usually you will get something like this, you know, which is there is no straight pattern, but there is no straight line, but there is a pattern. You know, you can see the pattern there. Okay, so this is the scatter plot lah. All right. Okay, this is an example. The research was conducted to confirm whether there is any relationship between KP score and body weight. Okay, so they want to see if there is a relationship between KP score and also body weight among students who register for a KP2 course. So this is the score, and this is the body weight of the student. So we want to see whether these actually variables have relationship or not with each other lah. Okay, so what you need to do here is you need to come out with the research questions first. So the research question for this would be, is there any relationship between KP2 score and body weight among students who register for a KP2 course? So that would be the research objective. Research question is that you can write as, is there any relationship lah? Okay, research objective is to identify the relationship. So the research objective is to identify the relationship between KP2 score and body weight. The research question is there any relationship between KP2 score and body weight? Okay? And the hypothesis should be there is a relationship between KP2 score and positive and body weight. So that would be the hypothesis alternative for the questions and objective. Okay, so for hypothesis now, you can say that there is no significant positive relationship, or there is no significant relationship between KP2 score and body weight. So you can use that as your research hypothesis.
Fail. Yeah.
Okay, so next is the data. Okay, next is the data analysis using SPSS. Okay, so what you need to do now is key
Cuma 6. Inside the freezer, they have extra dust. Inside the freezer. Freezer? Freezer. Why bungkus? Okay. If daddy staying home, daddy might take mine, but whatever. Daddy drive yours.
for the second variable is the body weight. Okay, you can put in the variable view. Okay, wait. My laptop is not. Okay, try to do it first. Okay, try to do it first. Change the variable view.
The game daddy download is so fun. Is it for you? For me, it's for both. But grown up, do you know there's also for grown up pun? You say who's playing. If I click your account, I'll get scary games and other games, all the games, all the type of game. But that's also fun for grown up and stuff. But if I click on my account, it's only child friendly games in there. Macam tu. Yeah. Right.
Okay, my SPSS is not working, so I'm going to show you here in the slides. Okay, can you hear my voice?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, so first thing first, you need to key in the data, which is the first variable should be KP2, okay, KP2 score. The second variable should be the body weight, okay, and both should be in the interval or ratio data lah, because this is the what do you call that, a parametric test, right? Pearson correlation. So you need to put the scale, the what do you call that, the data as a scale, okay. Okay, so have you put the data? Okay, so you can follow this value 3, 5, 8, 10, 13, 15, 18, 20, 28, body weight 30, 35, 41, 50, 51, 60, 65, 66, and 70. So you can just use the data that we have here. Okay. I'm trying my best to open SPSS again.
Think about
Okay.
birthdays nowadays. Happy birthday. Dan semua orang dah tahu dah my birthday. Not everyone. Respect. This is the school. This is a test. Nobody is going to be focusing on that much on this. Right? So, like, you're not focusing on it. Macam tu. It's the same.
Okay, everyone ready? Have you keyed in the data? Not yet?
Yes, I don't know. Well, yeah. Sure. We're just gonna go almost here. Maybe we should just go buy some grocery. Grocery? Maybe we should go jalan-jalan and buy some grocery. Star Grocery, is it? Yeah, we go to Star Grocery. What do you want for dinner? I'll have anything.
Okay, ready?
Macam mana semua orang tahu my birthday? Sebab BI. BI? Siapa aja? Cikgu Ambu. Yes. Dan Cikgu Ambu, they have work dalam buku, ada 2 buku belajar ni. Ada fun book dengan G1. I know other people birthday. So they know my birthday because they write my name in it. They ask me. So they know me 18. I also tell them directly May 18. They already directly told them names. They are gonna know these things. I don't care if they are gonna celebrate or not. I'm just gonna care if they know this anything. Just know this. No one is gonna be focusing on me because this is time they're focused on studying.
Okay, so everyone ready?
Sundays.
Okay, I'll continue with the SPSS, okay? So, once you analyze, once you already key in the data, what you need to do is you click analyze. Okay, you click analyze, you click correlate, and you pick the bivariate. Okay, bivariate. Okay, so you will get this pop-up windows here. So what you need to do is you bring both here to the variables part. Okay, and make sure that you take Pearson, you take two-tail, you take this one. Okay, the flag significant correlation and so on lah. Okay, all right, so once you get this, you can click OK, and you will get this data. Okay, very simple data here, just one table. Okay, if you want descriptive statistic, you can pick cancel. Okay, if you want descriptive statistic, you can go for analyze, correlate, correlate bivariate. You can click options and you can tick the means and standard deviation. If you tick here, you will get the descriptive statistic here. If you want to see the descriptive statistic lah, if you want the mean or anything, okay? So here, what you need to do here is you have to look at the significant two-tail here. Okay, significant two-tail here. Okay, so you can see here that KP score and weight, the significant two-tail is less than 0.05. Okay, if you get less than 0.05, you can say that there is a significant correlation. There is a significant correlation. However, how to know whether it is a negative correlation or positive correlation? You have to look at the value of Pearson correlation here, this part. Okay, this part shows the strength and the direction of the correlation, which you can see here, the value is 0.953. So there is no negative sign here. So meaning that the direction is positive. So it is positive correlated. And the strength is 0.95. If you look again at the table, okay, at the table here, where is it? Yeah, here. So you can see 0.9 is very strong positive relationship lah, because there is no negative sign. So you can see here that this is the result. You can see that the R value, the R value, this is the R value, okay? The R value, strong positive correlation, okay? So what you can see from this is actually you can say that there was a statistically significant difference between this IV and DV, and the correlation was positive since this is positive, right? And then you can write here R7, okay? If you ask me what is 7 is the degree of freedom as usual, okay? And the value of R is 0.953. The value of R is 0.953, okay? And the R square indicates that approximately 90.82 of the variance in the R method score can be predicted from the body weight. So this is the what do you call that? How you report lah, basically. Okay, so you put, this is the Malay version. Okay, so the exercise. So I want you to do this exercise. You can try to do this exercise, okay, but I won't give it as the exercise official exercise for this class. Okay, the official exercise will be the ANOVA that I've mentioned just now. Okay, so do you have any questions regarding the correlation analysis? Have any question for now?
No, doctor. This one much more straightforward.
Okay, right. Because correlation basically is a very straightforward analysis. Okay, and there is what do you call that? Not very much concept that you need to know. Just like two-way ANOVA, it's very simple and straightforward. Same with regression too. Regression is also straightforward. Because that's why I think I can combine both regression and chi-square in one class, because it's very simple and easy lah. Regression also somehow is quite easy as correlation. However, there is one equation that we need to look at when we are doing regression next week. Okay, so okay, I can open back my camera. Okay, so I think I know now. I have to turn off my camera, then my laptop won't be lag. I don't know why, but yeah. that's the thing that I find out today lah. Okay, so
Go ahead.
this is for correlation analysis. So I hope that everyone will understand how to do correlation. It's very simple and easy. Okay. Whenever you want to find the relationship between variables, that's where you need to use correlation. Okay, correlation analysis. And regression next week will be much more deeper analysis, where if you find out that your independent variable and dependent variable have relationship, then you can conduct regression to see what is the, what do you call that, extent of the, something can cause this, the IV can cause the DV to change. That is regression. To what extent the IV can cause the DV to change. Let's say if IV changes the value by 0.5, so how much, how is the value of the DV? What is the value of the DV? So that is regression next week that we are going to look lah. Okay, I will explain in detail next week about regression. Okay, so any question before we end the class today? Any question? Okay, no question. All right. So if you have any question, you can always ask me. I will try my best to give the assignment to you by today or tomorrow. Okay. Because today I'm a bit, after this I have something to do, but I will try my best. If I can finish everything by today, I will send today lah to you. Okay. And just get ready with your teammates, group mates, for you, so that later you can start doing your quantitative data analysis assignment lah. I can assure you it's not that hard. It's very easy. Okay, it's just a matter of clicking here and there in the SPSS and then writing the report based on the APA style. Okay, so that's all for your assignment. Okay, so I think that's all. Next week, I think we can meet for the last time. Okay, and after that, you can continue your class with Dr. Intan lah. Okay, with Dr. Intan. Yeah, I think that's all for today. We'll see each other next week. Alright. Assalamualaikum semua. Good afternoon.
Thank you, doctor.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you,
you,
Dr.
See you.
Thank you, doctor.